Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a thriller film called Strain 100 from 2020. Enjoy your viewing. A couple sleeping peacefully in a tent suddenly wakes up to a loud scream. The confused man opens the tent and sees that their friend has been attacked by a zombie. It was so unexpected. He rushes to help, but quickly becomes the next victim. Jessie, seeing the terrible situation, grabs a shovel and kills the zombie. Unfortunately, her boyfriend's wounds are too serious, and she cannot save him. Overwhelmed with grief, Jessie takes her best friend and runs away. Along the way, her friend tells a shocking secret that makes Jessie furious, but we don't find out because Jessie falls asleep on the road and gets into an accident. After that, her friend becomes another victim, a zombie. With a sad heart, Jessie ends her friend's suffering. She opens the trunk to get out, but is immediately grabbed by a zombie. He bites her on the waist, but Jessie quickly fights back with an elbow, and pushing the attacker away, runs into the nearest forest. Making her way through the forest, she finds a small clearing where a little girl is playing. Desperate for help, Jessie approaches her, but realizes that the girl has already turned into a zombie. Running for her life, Jessie stumbles upon an abandoned house. To protect herself, she takes a weapon for self-defense. Inside the house, she accidentally steps on a pool of blood on the floor, and of course, slips on it. Hearing the noise, a zombie rushes toward her. Jessie grabs a hammer just in time and kills the zombie with a single blow. As she is catching her breath, the door suddenly opens and she sees a woman. The woman was hiding in the house, afraid to come out. She was looking for her sister, but discovered that her brother-in-law had long since turned into a zombie. Luckily, Jessie came in time to save her. After making sure the house is safe, Jessie starts to wash off the blood. Suddenly, Jessie notices a bite left by the zombie attack. Emma, the woman who was injured, saw it and asked about the wound. Jessie confessed that she had been bitten by a zombie. Logically, but strangely enough, she had not turned into the same monster as the others. Emma, not believing her ears, began to ask about it, and Jessie, also surprised, suggested that it might have something to do with her mother giving her a vaccination. Her mom was a virologist. After hearing this, Emma decided to find Jessie's mother, hoping that she could help find a solution and save more people. They immediately set out on the road, but the streets were already overrun with zombies. Emma threw a bottle to distract them, and they were able to sneak through the back door to a nearby restaurant. Inside, they found other survivors. To get to their destination safely, Emma and Jessie realized they needed to team up with other survivors. However, as soon as they entered, Frank pulled a shotgun on Jessie, suspicious of the stranger. Brandon, another survivor, was asked to search her for weapons. After making sure she was not dangerous, Frank reluctantly allowed her to stay. He took command with a shotgun in hand, and the group had no choice but to obey his orders. At that moment, the TV reported that the outbreak was due to the influenza virus. The virus had mutated because patients had received the vaccine, and Jessie's mother was an expert in vaccine research. More than 1 million people had already received the vaccine, and the situation was much worse than anyone could have anticipated. Jessie was desperate to find her mother and find out the truth, but Frank had the car keys. While Jessie and Brandon were discussing the plan in the restaurant, the power suddenly went out. They went outside to check what happened and discovered that the generator had broken down. Frank began to repair it, while Jessie and Brandon stayed behind to guard it. As soon as Frank fixed the generator, a zombie suddenly attacked him and bit him right on the neck. His friends tried to save him, but it was too late. However, now they realized that they had the keys to the car, and this was their chance to escape. After learning that Jessie and Brandon were off to save the world, some survivors decided to join them, while others preferred to stay in the restaurant. After saying goodbye, the group got into the car. Soon they saw a lonely girl on the road. Emma got out of the car to check it out and saw that it was her missing sister. Emma ran to her, but her sister's face was sad. Her daughter had been bitten by a zombie. Before Emma could say anything, her sister, full of grief, went back to the car where her bitten daughter was, deciding to stay with her forever. Now Emma lost the will to live on. Jessie tried to drag her back into the car, but Emma refused. She decided to face the zombies face to face, because her sister was the only person she had. Later, she said goodbye to the group and was left alone. Later, they stopped at a store and Brandon went to get supplies while the others waited. The silence was broken by a sudden scream. Running into the store, they saw that Brandon had been bitten by a zombie, and a crowd of creatures had already gathered around. They had no choice but to leave Brandon behind and save themselves. At that moment, only 3 people remained in the team that set out to save the world. At the worst possible moment, their car broke down and they had to continue on foot. They hadn't gotten far when they came across a group of zombies feasting on their prey. Smelling fresh blood, the zombies immediately rushed after them. The trio ran to an abandoned truck, but Lucas made the bold decision to stay and distract the zombies, giving the others a chance to escape. The 2 survivors escaped and were picked up by a farmer on the way. He brought them to his house, fed them, and gave them shelter. Unfortunately, Lucas was less fortunate. Although he found another car, he was quickly surrounded by zombies. Luckily, the keys were inside, so he was able to start the engine and drive away, leaving the zombies behind. But his problems did not end there. The owner of the car and two of his friends saw Lucas driving away and opened fire on him. Lucas was wounded, but the wound was not fatal. He did not give up. Despite his wounds, Lucas managed to get to the farm where he was reunited with Jessie and her sister, and they continued their journey together until nightfall. Unfortunately, Lucas still died of blood loss the next morning. To increase their chances of survival, Jessie and her sister decided to continue on foot. As expected, the zombies quickly spotted them. Jessie fired her gun to try to fight back, but there were too many of them. In the confusion, Jessie's sister was grabbed by the leg. When all seemed lost, they were suddenly helped by an elderly man who was passing by. He took aim and quickly killed all the zombies, saving Jessie and her sister. The man took them to his home, fed them, and gave them shelter. Moreover, he taught Jessie how to use a gun. When he learned that Jessie was off to save the world, he gave her the keys to his favorite SUV. But when Jessie was about to drive away, she realized that her sister had injured her leg on a zombie. Or rather, a zombie had injured her leg. The old man insisted that she leave her sister behind, but Jessie promised Lucas to take care of her, hoping that if she found their mother, she could save her. The old man reluctantly agreed to help clear the road of zombies so that Jessie could leave. However, the virus mutated quickly, and before they reached their destination, Jessie's sister had completely turned into a zombie. Devastated, Jessie could do nothing but kill her sister. After burying her in tears, Jessie gathered her strength and continued the journey alone. Soon Jessie reached the building where her mother worked. Seeing the survivor, the women quickly went downstairs to help fight off the zombies. When they saw her, they realized that Jessie was the daughter of a virologist and took her to the lab. There, Jessie found only a video that her mother had left behind, hoping Jessie would come. She asked the guard to show her in. In the video, Jessie's mother told her that Jessie's antibodies were needed to create a cure for the virus. And in the end, the cure was successfully developed and delivered to every corner of the world using drones. If you have watched the video so far, you should know that I am happy to have viewers like you. Thank you for watching to the end. Subscribe to the channel and follow the news. Klonsak Recapped was with you. See you soon.